Nice. And welcome. September 26th. Welcome to the Off the Mat podcast. I'm Keith McMillan. I'm here with Brian Harris.
What's up, peoples?
You know, I wanted to call you the St. Louis kid, but I know you don't like that.
Yeah, don't fucking do that. That's not right. I don't like that.
So it's been a good week so far. This past weekend was KCFA 30. Very entertaining local fights.
Yeah.
The card was definitely worth it's worth a watch from top to bottom.
Yeah.
I want to say the co-main event stole the show.
The co-main event did?
Antonio Martinez versus
I haven't seen that one yet.
Cesar Gutierrez. The crowd was insane.
How'd that go? I imagine Antonio took his fucking head off.
I mean, yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was stoppage by ground and pound, and you know. But Cesar put up a damn good fight, but Antonio, I mean, that was his night.
Well, Antonio, I mean, I've seen that guy. The last 4 fights I've seen Antonio fight, all of them went the exact same way, where he just mauled through the fucking guy like it was nothing.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like the whole room was in sync, like just screaming. What's his nickname? The Mexican.
I don't know what his nickname. He has a nickname.
Yeah, he has. It's like the Mexican Menace or something. But I mean, the whole room was there for him. You would have thought he sold the event.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, he gets great ticket sales too. Yeah, he's got a pretty big following for sure.
Yeah, dude. So that was intense. A fighter from our gym went out and put on a performance.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, it didn't go his way. That was hard to watch.
Yeah, that happens, man. I mean, that's all part of the game. You can't win every single fight. Unfortunately. As much as you would like for them to.
No, they can't. But I mean, it was weird because Matt and I are doing commentary for the fights, which is up on YouTube right now if you want to tune in. And
KCFA 30, guys, you can find her on MMA Futures on their YouTube page.
Wonderful. And commentary you have to be you can't be biased. You don't want to clearly be like, hey, I want every glory fighter.
How fucking difficult is that for you to do, man?
Luckily, majority of the fighters were from Lee Summit, and I don't have any personal connection to them.
Yeah.
So that isn't hard for me. I can honestly judge. For Matt, I don't know how it works out.
Yeah.
Because he knows everybody. But for when LeBlanc went in there and, got stopped, I mean, I honestly think I just went quiet for like a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
There was no.
You did. I was listening. I was really paying it. I watched that a couple times actually.
Yeah,
probably about the third or fourth time too. I was watching it through. I was listening to how you guys responded to it.
Yeah, because obviously we should have hyped up the moment and be like, "Oh, he got stopped," and
Which you guys did. You guys, I mean, that was your guys' initial reaction. I mean, that's just human nature. Whenever you see like a stoppage of that magnitude,
Yeah, but for me, man, there was a lot of emotions that went into it.
Yeah.
And I really, honestly, I was like angry. Like
You were angry?
Yeah, I was angry. Not at LeBlanc because LeBlanc went in there and he put on a performance. And as someone who's never stepped in the cage, even watching the fighters, go into the cage there's some like anxiety. There's a lot of it's scary.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine if I ever...
I didn't get to see him walk out. How did he look?
He looked calm. I mean, he was cool, calm, and collective, and I think even as you watched the fight, he went in there, relaxed, maybe a little too relaxed, and, he was flowing. He put a lot of combinations together. He looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good. He just was... I think he believed in his chin too much. Or he didn't think he could be stopped.
I think, I don't know. I think it has people have their first fight, man. Nobody really knows what to expect, Like, I know I didn't know what to expect my first fight. In my mind, I was going to go out there, fucking maul the dude, smash his face in, go home by the second round, It's quite the experience to be like in an actual fight like that. Like if you haven't been in it, there's nothing, you can't compare it to anything. Yeah. You really can't. You really cannot compare it to anything. Like some people try to compare it to sparring. Like get the fuck out of my face.
No.
Stop it.
Though they were throwing some heat, and I think 9 times out of 10, I think if LeBlanc makes it out of that first round and gets that advice about, hey, keep your hands up and everything, because I think he was touching him.
Yeah.
And I think that confidence came every shot that he landed, and it was very weird too because the kid because LeBlanc was landing those shots and knocking his mouthpiece out.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time LeBlanc knocked the mouthpiece out,
because he wasn't throwing like hard shots either.
No, he wasn't.
He was just kind of peppering the shit out of him.
Yeah, and over time that would have severely damaged him throughout the fight mentally.
Yeah.
But the second time I think LeBlanc stopped and the ref was like, "Hey, keep going!" And everybody was screaming, "Keep going! Keep moving!"
Yeah, plus it's your first fight, man. You're in a weird situation like that.
Yeah.
Like, how often do you watch UFC fights and you see the guy's mouthpiece keep falling out? That probably happens once a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Where a kid consistently falls out, that happens probably once a year. So,
yeah. So
there's not much for him to reference there, and it's his first MMA fight. He's not sure what to do. He doesn't want to do anything wrong.
Yes.
Like that was a big thing for me in my first MMA fight. I was like, all right, you can't knee this guy in the head, so don't fucking do it,
Definitely.
And trying to keep that balance. And he's probably got the same thing going on. Like, he doesn't have the mouthpiece. Do I hit him? He's supposed to have the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
What does the ref say? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's a lot going on, man, and it's a first fight is a lot to tackle, man. But I tell you what, there's a lot of growth from that first fight. It's like now, if LeBlanc does decide to fight again, I don't know what his fighting aspirations are. I just know that he wanted to take this fight because I believe his mother was a victim of cancer.
Yeah.
But if he does decide to fight again, I think it'll be way different, man. Because he'll know what to expect. He's been there, so he knows what it's like. Like it'll be way different next time for sure. If he does decide to, he may not want to.
And if he doesn't want to, that's fine. I think he should because he's such a gifted talent. And it's his first amateur fight. And worst case scenario is over. I think that's a lot of people. If you think things, especially I plan on taking a fight. I think worst case scenario is over. He got knocked out. Now he doesn't have to worry about that. Now he knows what it feels like. Now he can go into his next fight, and he already has a good foundation. Now he can just take everything to the next level and lose that fear, and maul the next guy.
I think the mental might be a little more in depth than that, though. You can also look at it the other way. What if you think and do it too much? What if this happens again? Then what? It's possible. Here's the thing. One thing I feel specifically with like fighting too. Like fighting is one of the main ones. I don't like to give people my opinion on whether I think they should or should not fight. Jiu-jitsu tournaments, that's a different thing. Like if you're doing jiu-jitsu consistently, like I think you should do a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Nice.
You should.
That was my next question.
Yeah, I think you should for sure. Yeah, you need to test yourself. Absolutely,
yeah, definitely.
But as far as like fighting, like if you're training MMA and you're on the fence if you want to fight and you don't know or whatever the case may be, I think it's irresponsible for other people to try and pressure you into a situation that you might not be comfortable in, especially one that can get you hurt. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. That those are years of your life that you can't really gain back. And I would, if LeBlanc walks in here right now and says, "Hey, I never want to take another fight again."
Yeah.
As a teammate, as someone who cares about him, I support that. But the moment that he's like, "Hey, I'm getting back at it," I'm gonna be one of his bodies to make sure that he gets better.
1,000%. 1,000%. Yep. Absolutely.
But Zach talked about it. Zach Cummins, our head coach, talks about when he steps in the cage and when another fighter steps in the cage, there's a piece of us with that fighter because of all the training that we've done from live rounds to just technique. We're always with that. And anytime our fighters go, I take it personal on how well they perform. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not all up to me. It's ultimately up to them, and I'm not there every class.
Yeah.
I wish I could be. Trust me, if I didn't have to worry about, money, I promise I would be here every class. But I try to get here, I'm here. Who cares? But I'm with these guys, and I take it personally. When Kirkwood fought, when he won, I was excited like it was my victory, and when he lost, I was. It's weird. It's so silly to say, but like when these guys lose, I want to fight that same guy because I'm like I know. I always believe it's a fluke.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to the fighters. It's just I know the talent and the hard work that comes out of this gym, and it's insane. Whenever it happens. That's a part of the fight game, and it's not an automatic victory because you just train.
Everybody loses, man.
Everyone
loses. Khabib will lose one day. Not to Conor, but he'll lose one day.
I really wish Khabib's first loss wasn't coming.
It wasn't coming?
Yeah. Because I would like to see an undefeated fighter, but obviously Conor's going to come and put him to sleep with that mystic hand, and hey,
Do we have a bet on this already?
No, you.
All right, how much? What are we betting?
You want to bet?
Yeah. What are we betting? Yeah, I do.
Oh God, I'm not a baller. I got kids on the way.
Whatever you want to bet. I'm putting 500 down on Khabib.
Holy crap! I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very confident that Khabib's gonna win this.
I can't make that bet with you.
I think I am. I'm not 1,000% in. I gotta see weigh-ins first.
What's the odds?
That bet. As of right now, negative 155 for Khabib, plus 130 for Conor.
Wait, Conor's the underdog?
Yeah. Last I checked, that was a few days ago.
Wow.
That was a few days ago. And whenever it initially came out, whenever the fight was first released, Khabib was negative 225, and Conor was plus, I don't even know.
Oh, wow.
So it was even bigger whenever it first initially came out. But yeah, I think Khabib mauls him, dude.
I don't see it. The only thing I agree with, I saw analysts say, I forgot who the analyst was that if Conor drags into the later rounds, he won't have that power, because that means Khabib probably has been riding him for the past three rounds, and he's not going to have that power in his arms the fourth and fifth round.
I just don't think he's going to be able to answer him at all. I think Khabib's going to close the distance, just touch him. So all he has to do is touch him. And the second that he has a hand on you, he's fucking mauling you. That's all he needs to do. That's all he needs to do.
That Michael Johnson fight, man. Michael Johnson landed, and Khabib was wobbly.
What about that Chad Mendes-Conor McGregor fight? Chad Mendes took that on 2 weeks' notice and kept him on his ass pretty much the entire fight. And he ran out of gas because he took a fight on 2 weeks' notice. A title fight on 2 weeks' notice. So, now we're looking at Khabib, who's a better wrestler, a bigger guy. You're fucked. You're done. It's over. I'm sorry. Sorry, Conor, you're done.
And I know he's lost before, but, I mean, to me, Conor has that Anderson Silva kind of mystique where it's like, I have to see it to believe it. I have to see it to believe it. And as long as Conor is in that fight and they start to round off standing, there's a chance at any moment he lands that hand and he
a chance Khabib hits that double and fucking throws him on his head.
Yeah, but Khabib's not finishing anybody.
What does that even mean? He's not finishing.
Khabib's not finishing it.
Like who? Who did he not finish? Ali Aquina, okay.
Okay.
Who was a replacement fight, and he treated that like it was a fucking sparring match. That's the ranked 11 guy, and he acted. Watch that fight again. He treated it like a sparring match, and he fucked him up.
But don't forget, there was also a couple moments in that
fight. There was 2 10-8 rounds.
There was a couple moments in that fight where Raging Al stopped those takedowns. So it's not like Khabib's invincible. It's not like it's an automatic takedown.
Again, a sparring match.
Okay.
It was a sparring match. He doesn't give a fuck, dude. I'm telling you, watch that fight and then watch Khabib's last 3 fights before that. Tell me he was going 100% in that fight.
Okay.
You can't. Okay. I promise you on this one. What are we betting? We haven't decided.
I don't know. I don't want to bet cash because your confidence is overwhelming.
All right, let's bet food, dog. Longboards. Shout out to Longboards.
It is handshake on camera.
All right.
It's
in.
Gosh, I'm gonna adjust your audio, by the way, just for a little bit.
You got me all riled up on my boy Khabib.
But definitely, I'm excited. Are there any fights this weekend?
I don't think so. No. Next weekend. Not this weekend, but the following Saturday. That'll be Khabib Conor.
God, I have to work.
Yeah. Oh, do you really?
I have to work.
Fuck your life. That's Duran's wedding that night. Shout out Duran McCant. I am McCant.
Congratulations, the homie getting married. But
I got to go to his wedding, and I'm sorry, Duran. This is how I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to go for your wedding, and then I'm fucking gone, bro. Khabib Conor. Like, I fucking love you, but I'm not going to be there for the reception, dog.
Woo.
Gotta
What
go.
time's the fight? The fight probably can't be till it's in Vegas.
So, I mean, it'll start like. I still want to see all the other fights though. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
stacked
true.
fight card.
Yeah, it's gonna be an amazing fight card.
Yeah. So the rumor that's going around too right now is Dustin Poirier and Nate Diaz are fighting for the 165 title.
Okay, but Brett Okamoto this morning said that he called Dana, and Dana said that's not even a thing.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I would like to see a Diaz brother get a UFC title.
I don't give a fuck about a Diaz brother getting a
Dude,
UFC title.
I do.
I'm more excited about them adding more weight classes, specifically a 165 class, because the gap between 155 and 170, and then the gap between 170 and 185 is fucking stupid. And then 185 to 205 too. These gaps are way too big.
Are you a Michael Chiesa fan?
Huh?
Are you a Michael Chiesa fan?
Fucking love Michael Chiesa.
That's okay. That makes a lot more sense.
I
now.
picked him on his season of The Ultimate Fighter to win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my boy.
Because he's a jiu-jitsu guy?
Yeah, I just felt good with
Okay,
him in general.
okay.
I mean, because his jiu-jitsu was so good, but I mean, he was still pretty well-rounded, but he was a specialist in jiu-jitsu, so no matter what, if he gets in trouble, we can always rely on that.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I pick people at the beginning of every Ultimate Fighter season of who, like, my person is, my projected winnings. I'm actually pretty fucking good at it, if I do say so myself. Tony Ferguson was one of my picks. TJ Dillashaw was another pick of mine.
Did you pick Nico Montano?
No. No.
I had to get one in there. Sorry,
No.
guys.
Nope, didn't do that.
All right. I'm very, very excited for the next couple of months. I don't know. I guess this could be a way to announce it for whoever listens, because I'm not very public about my personal life.
This is perfect because I was actually going to bring this up whether you wanted to bring it up or not
Oh.
in this podcast episode. Actually, this was part of my plan, so I'm glad you're doing it on your own. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have twins on the way. 2 baby girls.
In case you don't know, Keith does not have any children.
Yeah, I don't have any children, allegedly, and
Allegedly, the fuck? Stepchildren.
yeah, I have 2 stepchildren now, and I'm getting very comfortable with them, and they're amazing little girls who annoy the hell out of me half the time, but I'm getting comfortable with it.
They painting your nails and shit yet?
No, not yet. Look, man, I think I can beat a lot of dudes up, and I'm very confident in myself, and I can't wait till these tea parties. I'm dressed up with my daughters. I mean, I'm gonna go all out with my kids.
Dude, that's like the best thing. Like Jake and Nick at our gym, Glory. If you guys saw these dudes, and for those of you that are listening that don't know Jake and Nick personally, Jake and Nick both tatted up guys. Like Nick's got neck tattoos, all kinds of shit. Both of these guys are fucking action figures. They are built like shit brick houses, fucking savages. And these motherfuckers will come in with their toes and their nails painted all kinds of glittery colors because all they just got girls, and they just let their girls do their thing. Jake has a boy though too.
Yeah, he does. But I mean, I'm very excited for this. I think at any moment, I want to be there. I want to be supportive, and as someone who comes from a background with no father, I think I don't have anyone to kind of rely on or to reference to be like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to be a parent. So I get to learn on my own, and I want them, the program starts for them at 3 years old. So at 3 years old, they're in jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
But I still want them, it's a balance I have to find, because I want them to be, I still want them to be feminine.
Yeah.
But I want them to do a lot of athletics. So I'm going to find that nice balance, and, Lord willing, as long as I have the financial stability, I want them, whatever they see that they want to try, I want them to do. The only requirement for me is that whatever I put them in, they have to finish. So if they do soccer, they can't wake up one Saturday morning and be like, Dad, I don't want to do soccer anymore. I want them to finish, because I feel like, and this is something that I think personally happened to me, my mother let me quit a lot. And I always it built a terrible habit that allowed me to, whenever things got tough, I quit.
Yeah.
And that's a part of me.
No, that's common. Like that, I did the same shit. I mean, fucking baseball. I played saxophone for a minute. It was just like I would do that shit for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, I'm over this shit. Like I don't want to do it no more. My mom would let me quit up until football when I was about 8 years old, and they were like, no, fuck you, you're finishing.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty,
See, but I
they
never
didn't
had
say
that.
fuck you. Obviously, I was 8 years old.
No,
You know
his
what I
parents
mean.
at 8 years old was like, fuck.
Yeah, no, fuck off, Brian.
No,
Going
but
to football.
it's you know, I still have nightmares about not playing my varsity year of football. I was injured. I didn't, and then I
Okay.
quit. I got injured.
Let's say give me some back. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now.
Yeah, I was injured. I sprained my MCL.
What position did you play?
Strong safety.
Okay, right on.
And you know, I never got to play my varsity season. That still haunts me. I was in Taekwondo for like I think 2 years, and then
Breaking boards and shit.
No, we never broke boards. We just kind of like we did the whole like like we did all the forms where you had to like.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
But at one time in my life, you know, I was doing Taekwondo, then I did a tournament. I lost and quit.
Because you lost the tournament, you quit?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
And my mother just let it happen. I think my mother was tired of getting up on Saturday mornings, but like she was a registered nurse and she.
What do you
worked.
do at a Taekwondo tournament? Aren't you just trying to like?
It's a
kick
point.
each other?
It's like
you're trying like karate point system, right?
Yeah, it's a point
no,
system.
No, you can't hit him in the head. None of that shit.
No, we had headgear.
Oh, so you could hit him in the head.
You could hit, but I mean,
but
it was
it's
like,
just like pretty much just like kicks.
Yeah, it was touching. So whoever touched who first, that's who got the point. Does that make sense? It was bullshit.
I mean, no, but yeah.
Yeah, it was bullshit, and the kid outpointed me, and I was like, "This is what?" No, because there was times like I feel like I could have beat that kid up, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, I lost, and you know, like the sore loser I was.
I want to sign up for
a
a Taekwondo tournament.
You'll hate the point system.
Well, I want to pull guard. Roll into that motherfucker, just ready to do some Taekwondo, and then fucking grab his lapel and bring him down with me. Start
Man.
throwing up submissions. Ref comes in. Whoa, hey, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing?
We don't do that here.
What are you doing? It's like I'm about to sweep him, bro. Let me do my thing. Oh, fuck.
It's insane, but
dude, we should do that. We should totally do that.
A Taekwondo system, point tournament.
No, like sign up for a Taekwondo tournament and just start pulling guard on everybody.
We'd get kicked out so quick.
Yeah, but it would be fucking hilarious.
It would be. Unless you went against a badass fucking Steven Wonderboy type fighter and he just, you know, counters you.
Yeah, that's interesting whenever you find those creatures like that, you know?
Yeah, they're made for it. But, you know, it's something that I had to break the habit of, and now I'm sticking to it. Like jiu-jitsu, MMA, you know, this podcast, a lot of things that I'm committing to, and I'm not going to quit. You know, I want to see results because I never made it to a point to where there were, you know, magnificent results, you know? And it kind of followed me throughout my life until, you know, a couple years ago where it's like I made my mind up and it's like whether I fail or I don't fail, you know, I'm going to stick with something. So my daughters, I say it right now.
That's the goal is just make them fucking...
Yeah. Except for jiu-jitsu. I'll let them go and come back to jiu-jitsu because it's going to be a part of their life.
Yeah.
That's in their life for forever. And I want them to be thrown
What if
up.
they don't want to do jiu-jitsu, dude?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna let them go away from it, but it's going to be like... That's their base. That's their foundation. Like they have, it's a part of.
What
life.
if they want to be ballerinas and shit?
Yeah, but jiu-jitsu is like a lifetime commitment anyway.
I mean, some people don't make that commitment though.
Yeah, but as a new parent that's going to be a part of their life, you know, I'm not going to force it on them. I'm never going to be like, you have to do this tournament. I'm not going to be like some karate kid, like, oh, sweep the leg and you know,
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's not going to be. But I want them to understand that it's a journey that I want them to be a part of, and I mean, it's, you know, how jiu-jitsu teaches you such a wonderful discipline about life, and like, you know, when it gets hard, you know, especially when you're a white belt and you're getting smashed by other belts and you feel vulnerable and you're helpless, and then you start learning, you know, then you get out of that position, and I think it equates to life. I think jiu-jitsu and life go hand in hand, and I want my daughters from the age of 3 all the way up to kind of have that a part of life. If they never compete, if they never do a professional bout, that's okay with me. But I still want them to have that training.
Interesting.
So
even if they don't want to do like the training piece of it, you're still gonna have them go to practice and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm still gonna have them do practice and technique and just, you know, because I mean, kids are mean. They're gonna run through bullies, and I want them to kind of be prepared to, you know, kind of fuck some other kids up.
Interesting.
But I also want them to have the values of life and kind of understand that over time, you know, the more you work at it, the easier things become.
So what if they're passionate about something else though? So like say like ballet for example. Let's say they're extremely fucking passionate about ballet.
I'll support them.
But what if the jiu-jitsu and ballet coincide with one?
Jiu-jitsu's all year.
Right.
Ballet has their
like,
seasons.
But I'm saying like if they're okay, so you're saying like for the ballet season, like no more jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. If they want to go and like let's say ballet is August through October, I will. They will do October.
I got you.
But then once ballet's over, it's back to jiu-jitsu.
Bet. All right, I got you. I thought you were just gonna like straight be like the soup Nazi and be like, no, you guys are doing jiu-jitsu all day, every
not
day.
at all. I want to support them whatever they do.
Like, dog, you can't do that. They're gonna fucking hate you.
No, I want to support them whatever they do, and those are gonna be. I want to provide them opportunities.
You nervous, man?
1,000%.
Okay.
1,000%. I think, even if I was rich, I'd be nervous, and it's gonna be a journey, and I'm excited. And I know a lot of people, for whatever odd reason, whether it's because I'm black or what, just assumed I was gonna leave.
What?
I swear, once I said I was having a kid, everyone was like, "Are you gonna leave? Are you gonna leave Kansas City? Are you gonna fly out? Or are you gonna?"
What?
I swear to you, a lot of people are like, "Oh, are you gonna?" And I'm sticking with her,
Anybody,
I promise.
Wait, does anybody I know that asked you that?
A couple of.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that after we record.
Yeah.
Don't worry, because I'm totally judging the fuck out of you people out there. Whoever you are that asked Keith that. You're being judged in my book. Yeah. You're on a list now. You're on a watch list. Like I don't fuck with you right now.
Yeah, but people just assume I was not gonna be supportive of
Dude,
her.
how offensive was that?
I mean, you kind of just go, all right, like the moment people you're gonna stick around. It's like, yeah, of course.
But that's disgusting that someone would even ask you that. Like, bro. Even okay, so let's break this whole situation down because I'm offended for you.
Right.
Like I don't like these people right now. Here's the thing. So let's say it's a race thing. They assume because you're black that you're just gonna roll out. Any of these motherfuckers that are talking to you should know you and know you as a human being and know that you're not that person and you're not about that life and that you're not gonna do shit like that.
Right.
So why the
it happens.
That's so insulting, dude. I would be insulted. Like if someone asked me that, I would have went off on them. I'd be like, "Fuck you, mean, bro?" What?
Yeah, but if I had to, growing up in Florida, you kind of learn to you gotta not everything's a battle, and I have to pick my battles, and I don't have to convince anybody. Yes, I am gonna stick around. They can ask questions, but I know in my heart of hearts who I am, and yes, I'm gonna be there for the mother of my children and my children, because right now her and I are at a great point in our relationship. I do care about her, I do love her, and I am overwhelmed with the positive emotions about these kids. Now in 2 years I might say,
dude,
fuck those kids.
I'm still stuck on it. Like it blows my mind that people legit had the fucking audacity to come up to you and ask if you were gonna stay there to support the kids.
Yeah, well, I think I don't know, maybe.
Like, dude, so they weren't sure of who you were. They weren't sure if you were a scumbag or a good dude.
Yeah, but I don't.
That's what they're asking you.
Yeah, but I don't have to prove to anybody. Like you.
But still, that would still insult the fuck out of me. It's like, dude, how fucking dare you come up to me and ask me some shit like that?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't play that shit, dude. I would have went off on somebody if they had fucking came up to me and asked me that. I'm mad for you, dog. Don't worry.
I appreciate that.
I'm so pissed off for you.
I'm gonna stop right here.
All right.
All right, there it is.
All right, we're back. We got to change the subject right now because I'm pissed off at whoever this fucking Joe Schmo is.
Maybe
just so you guys know, we just took a short little break because we had to redo our camera. We don't have the best equipment at the moment.
No, we do not. We are slowly growing, and
But during our break, Keith informed me on the individual that said this trash to him, and I wasn't given a name because I don't know.
No.
But
with your passion, though,
whoever you are, fuck you. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Long. So we're at a point to where my girl's on the way.
Okay.
And I keep saying I want to take a fight.
How does she feel about that?
She's supportive. Like anything I do, whether it was this podcast.
Yeah, I was about to say she sounds super supportive about the podcast and shit, like giving you ideas and things like that.
Yeah, man, she's super supportive, and you can't ask for anything more out of a relationship, especially when you're trying new things.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say this is a risk, but you're dedicating your time somewhere else.
Right.
And hopefully there's a big payoff. And she's supportive. So I mean, she was like, "Hey, let's if you're gonna fight, let's take a fight." So it was like, all right. So it's exciting to hear it on that aspect. But my fucking diet, I have to diet, and I just haven't.
Why don't you start dieting?
Well, I've started now, but it's, you know, for where I want to get, in a sense of right now I'm over 200.
Yeah.
Zach wants me to be under 200 so I can fight at 185 or probably 185 or 170.
I would say 185 first, then 170.
Yeah. But you know, I haven't weighed under 200 since like I was for like 10 years now.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit last week as well. Yeah, you just got a meal prep, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm taking it serious this week. I've had nothing but oatmeal, and you know, before dinner has been veggies, and I've been fasting, and I know I will see results from this fasting. So
what kind of diet are you doing, man? Anything specific? Like
not anything specific. I'm just eating better because normally, dude, you understand, my diet consists of Taco Bell, McDonald's, Quick Trip. You know, because of my hours that I work.
That's your first problem right
there.
there.
Of course, I cut that out, then I'm dropping this fucking weight.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but
I always, like, whenever I'm cutting weight, I do close to, like, a keto diet almost.
That's just all fats, right?
For the most part, yeah. For, like, your energy source.
Yeah.
You pretty much cut out carbs. Like, I mean, you still eat carbs, but not that many, man. Not that many at all. And it's pretty much just all fats and veggies and lots and lots of proteins. Yeah. That'll get you skinny as fuck, bro. You kind of... Because a lot of people talk about, like, keto flus.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of get something like that, but not really. Me, personally, everybody reacts differently. Like, some people say they don't have keto flus at all. Some people say it's, like, the worst thing, lasted 3 weeks. Some people's, like, lasted 2 days. Whatever. So everybody's body varies. But that shit works, man. From what I can tell, shit fucking works.
Yeah, I would have to be very strict. And, I mean, that's the discipline I'm developing now with my meals and making sure there's always some greens a part of my meal. And, you know, oatmeal fucking sucks, dude. But, you know, I want the big payoff because, you know, I think you and I have talked about it on previous podcasts about, you know, my goal is to fight, to have that experience, and then, you know, become a trainer in some sort. So that's my goal. So I don't know. I don't want to call it too soon, and I got to see how I feel, and hopefully I make it to that date. But, you know, I think I might be one and done.
That's it?
I think I don't know. I might get that passion, and depending on how the fight goes. See, the thing about it, I don't want to be one and done on a loss.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, so it's like if I take a fight, but I want
to
take
an
it
L,
serious.
you pretty much got to, yeah.
Yeah, because I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier about quitting. It's like I feel like if I lost, and I was one and done.
I think there's certain examples where one and done is fine, but I know, like, I think it all depends on the person. Me personally, I wouldn't be able to settle with a one and done.
Yeah, but
I mean, I think it all varies on the person. Sounds like you're similar the same way.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I want to go in there, put on a great performance. I think if I lost to a decision, I'd be okay. You know, but with my jiu-jitsu and you know, I don't have
the decision you thought you won. That was my first fight, bro.
Oh yeah, but I mean, talking with other people.
Took an L to a decision, and that decision, I want to pull that fight up for you so you can see it, dude. Because the first round was like 10-8 round for me, hands down. He hit me probably twice, and the rest was me on his back fucking smashing his head. Like, there's no... They fucked up. They fucked up that first fight.
We should do that. I think, like, as like a little special episode, we can, like, video capture that fight, and then I want you to commentate.
Yeah, okay.
About why you won.
I mean, I get fucked up. Like,
yeah.
But I fuck him up way more than he fucks me up.
This was in St. Louis, right?
No, this was here.
This is here.
This was at the old spot. Back behind
That's
Impact.
right.
Yeah,
What's
Fight Circus.
Do you remember the fighter's name? Like, does he still fight? Basically, like
I don't know if he still fights. What was his name? Hold on. It was I know it. Charles Morris.
Okay, but
Charles
you don't know
Morris.
if he fights.
I remember that because I was calling him Chuck Morris. Like, you know, Chuck Norris. I'm like, I'm fighting Chuck Morris, and everybody's like, "What, Chuck Norris?" I'm like, "No, Morris, jackass." So yeah, no, Charles Morris. That's the guy that my first fight. 6'4" or 6'2". He was 6'2".
What was this fight? What was this fight? 145.
140. Yeah. Yeah, it was a replacement. So I had gotten, it was the week before the fight. I was supposed to fight some guy named Adam, I think.
Yeah.
Adam something, I don't remember. I was supposed to fight him, and he like broke his thumb before the fight. Like legit, they sent us a picture of his thumb and everything. His thumb was fucked up. But yeah, he broke his thumb a week before the fight. So then they gave me a replacement, one that I knew absolutely nothing about. Like I did not know what he looked like until that day. And he was 6'2".
Dude, that's intense, man.
It's quite the fucking reach advantage, which you'll see in that whenever we do that.
That'd
It
be
might be a
awesome.
couple episodes before we do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's weird because the thing with the fights, man, and I guess every fighter's like this, and I'm not a full-fledged fighter just yet. But, it's like, I don't know the last time I've been 100% healthy. But now I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast with Teddy Atlas, and I've heard other fighters say before, you'll never go into a fight 100%.
No.
So.
You don't. And if you are, you get like sick or something before the fight.
Yeah,
Like, my fights, half of them, I was sick going into it. That was another thing. Yeah, that fight actually, my first fight, I had a sinus infection that I got diagnosed with 4 days before the fight. So they started giving me antibiotic. I'm like, dude, you can't give me. I'm about to fight. Why are you giving me antibiotic for? The fuck?
Yeah, that crashes your system.
Yeah,
but
no, it's all good.
Like I said, I'm excited. Hopefully, I can take us on that journey as I am losing weight, dropping weights, and
where are you at right now?
Probably like 220.
You know what we should do is just track it on the podcast.
Yeah,
like every week, tell us what your weight is.
Yeah.
That way you got.
I like that.
Yeah. Some accountability right there, motherfucker.
There it is, accountability. So I will weigh in.
You don't show up. Yeah, well, I'll bring a scale next time, and we can like actually weigh in before we start the podcast.
Okay, that's
get the weight. If you're above 220, then I'll hip toss you real quick.
Nice.
So yeah, actually no, I can't do that. I can't do any
I'm about to
heavy
say you can't do
lifting
shit for a while.
Yeah. So my fucking I'm out for 6 weeks now for work. Oh, so I didn't tell you that. I told Matt that before you got here. So fucking I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow, right? I was supposed to be off for 2 weeks, like, because I haven't been allowed to read or anything.
Right.
And apparently tomorrow I'm going to be allowed to read. I don't know. But no, my doctor verbally told me when we were starting this whole process, he's like, 2-week recovery, you'll be able to go back to work.
Nice.
So I got off for 2 weeks, and then I get a call from my case manager yesterday regarding my short-term disability, LOA. She's like, yeah, everything's been processed. You'll get your money. You'll get 75% of what you would typically make in that amount of time.
Nice.
She was like, do you want to fill the rest up with your paid time off? I was like, sure, go ahead and just fill it up, make it 100% so that way I just get the full money.
Nice.
She's like, all right, perfect. You'll get paid not this week because we get a check this Friday. She was like, not this Friday, but 2 Fridays after that, it'll be reflected on that check. And I was like, all right, cool. And she was like, and then here, it says you're supposed to go back to work tomorrow? I was like, yeah. And then she was like, or not tomorrow, Thursday, because we talked yesterday. And I was like, yeah. She was like, because your doctor, whenever he filled out the paperwork, says you're not supposed to go back to work until October 22nd.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what that's all about. I'll have to talk to him. So I call my doctor, leave a message, and he calls back, or his nurse calls back and is like, yeah, you're not going back to work until October 22nd unless the doctor says otherwise in your next few visits. So now I'm getting extended to a long-term disability, which will still be the same situation. But yeah, now I'm off until October 22nd.
Oh, my God. That'll be a dream. I mean, I get... What are you going to do with your time?
I've just been fucking playing video games and watching Netflix, bro. That's it. I mean, I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to read, but I'm allowed to play video games.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me because you have to focus more.
I have no idea what that's all about, but hey, he said that it was cool. So yeah, can't read, can't write, can't type, none of that stuff. I can drive. I can't do any heavy lifting. I'm not allowed to vacuum.
Why?
I don't know. That was like one of the things that specifically said I can't vacuum.
Can you bring the fucking doctor on? I need to know. That's such like a
just
weird,
ask him to come on so we can interview him.
That's such a weird. You can't vacuum.
I can't have sex. Can't have sex.
Can you take care of yourself?
I don't. They said no sexual activity. I have no idea. I mean, that one's only for 2 weeks though. So I'll be good tomorrow.
That would have been my first question. Like, hey, can I take care of myself? Because
you're like, bro, I got cum coming up to my eyeballs.
I got needs. I got needs.
So what else can I do? Fuck. There's all kinds of shit I can't do. Obviously, I can't do any exercise or jujitsu. That's the worst part, is like having all this time off and I can't spend a single ounce of it fucking training. Dude, I'm going so stir crazy right now because that's all I want to do is just fucking go to the gym and train, but I can't do that bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, actually, no, I don't know what I mean. I mean, that's intense because, I mean, it's a part of my life. Like, it's a habit, as it is for you, too, especially with your fights and everything that you've taken. So, you know, I miss a day of jiu-jitsu. You know, I go crazy. Now, mind you, before someone from the gym watches this, yes, I have taken some days off from jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But if I'm not actually in the gym, I get weirded out. And I'm like, what am I doing with my time? Like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Like, I went to the concert last week, and I was like, what? You know, I had to leave the gym early, and I was like, I really miss sparring.
Yeah.
You know, I have that focus. So
See, that's the thing. Before this injury, I never had 2 days back-to-back where I didn't train.
yeah.
Never had 2 days back-to-back where I didn't train. And typically, I was training every single day with the exception of depending on if I work that weekend and what's going on Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
But yeah, past that, Monday through Friday, every fucking day. If I'd close every Thursday, so I wasn't able to make the night classes, so I'm at Jared's 8 a.m. jiu-jitsu class every Thursday, you know?
Dude, I wish I can... No, actually, I don't wish. I just haven't tried, but I need to see what it's like making those commitments because I work... My schedule, you know, I work the graveyard shift.
Yeah.
And essentially, you know, I work... So I'm at work from 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. until 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. some days, and getting up and making that quick turnaround to come to jiu-jitsu and having that energy.
Sometimes, I mean, I've done that. Like, I've gone on, like, 4 hours sleep before to make it to jiu-jitsu class. But that's the thing, though. Like, yeah, you're tired as fuck, but whenever you get to jiu-jitsu and you, like, get on the mat, like, how quickly until you're not tired? Probably about, 5 minutes?
Okay.
And then you're lit, you know? Then you're awake. You can go take a nap afterwards if you ain't got shit going on that day. You know, like you said, if you work nighttime, go to the 8 a.m. jiu-jitsu class, get out at 9:30, go home, shower, eat. By that time, it's like 10:30, 11, fucking take a 2-hour nap, go to work.
I know, it's just...
That's pretty much the ritual for me on Thursdays, man. That's how it goes, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's every Thursday, that's pretty much how I handle it. And unless, because typically I'll get my hair cut on Thursdays, too. Matter of fact, I need to call my fucking barber.
Man.
Speaking of my barber, the beard game coming in strong, dog.
Yeah, you look good,
coming
man.
in strong.
Looking good.
I'm letting it ride. I'm letting it ride this
happen?
winter. We're letting it go. We're letting it go. Going full fucking wizard.
Good luck.
I'm gonna be a wizard, bro.
Good luck.
Straight up,
That's
all
all
the way down here. Yo.
I'm excited. Can you grow like that?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
We're gonna document.
We're gonna
that
find
too.
out.
We're gonna document that too.
This is what's next. Yeah, we'll check my beard length and your weight at the beginning of every podcast. No, but now it's like, I've never had it this long. Now it's like at the length where I need to go to the barber and be like, all right, bro, I need you to start shaping my shit.
Yeah.
You know? Otherwise, that shit will get out of control on me.
See, you're young. How old are you?
25.
You see, you're younger. You're 5 years younger than I am. I have no desire. I feel like a beard. I don't want to do anything that ages me.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
I can see that.
You know, so you can get away with that, but right now, like, I have a little scruff coming in, and you know, I'm gonna shave that tomorrow.
You don't look 30 though, bro.
I appreciate that.
Like before I knew how old you were, I always thought you were like my age.
Yeah, you know, I
always thought you were around my age, like give or take, potentially older, potentially younger, but I would have never guessed 30. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, fortunately, I don't. I feel like I'm 80, only because of my. So I did tests on like my lungs. So I have asthma and everything.
Yeah.
I have lungs of like an 80-year-old.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like legit, and they have me on like a bunch of steroids, so I can like train.
So you're juicing.
I mean, hey, you know, got that John Jones, you know.
Get that John Jones. Hey, speaking of, he's back.
He's back October 3rd.
No. I don't know if he's fighting. I don't know.
No, he's not back. He's not fighting.
That's when he'll be eligible to.
Yeah.
I think the rumor is that it's going to be him and Alexander Gustafsson. They're going to strip DC of the light heavyweight title and then have them fight for that title, and then DC will fight Brock, you know.
See, that's what I want to hear.
That's the rumor. None of that's fact, by the way. Don't quote me on that shit saying you heard it from your friend or whatever. That's no.
See, John Jones is such a monster. He was like, I want to take DC's light heavyweight belt and heavyweight belt. And if that happens, I just want to say, I think it should be okay for DC to shoot John Jones.
No. I want to see. I want to see. That's the fight I want to see. Is him and John Jones.
At heavyweight?
Yeah.
Because DC's never lost around a heavyweight, and he's never lost at heavyweight. So it'll be very fascinating.
I don't know if it'll make a difference, though. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, I would like to see John Jones at heavyweight, but I mean, I like to see John Jones in general. I mean, I want to see John Jones fight more than once a year and not be suspended every year.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to stop doing coke, bro. Get off the blow. Get off the weed. Stop doing steroids. Get your fucking shit together.
Could you imagine if that worked? If he watched and he was like, I'm done.
Yeah, fucking right. Jesus
Thank
Christ.
you, Brian Harris.
I would be like, give me a percentage now, bitch.
Who's your favorite fighter?
My favorite fighter? Oh, man. It's such a tough question. I don't think I have like a set favorite. I don't know. Okay, this is going to sound really weird. I've always resonated with Joe Lozon. Love Joe
Really?
Lozon. Yeah, I love Joe Lozon so much.
Can you go into detail what resonates with you?
When have you ever watched a Joe Lozon fight you didn't like? Name one.
Okay.
Name one.
Okay.
That guy just goes for it all the time.
Right.
I mean, now it's different now because his style of fighting doesn't work anymore.
No, but
He takes a lot of abuse in his fights. So I think for like the past like 3 to 5 years, it's not effective really unless you're up against like an old school guy, you know, like a Jim Miller or something like that, you know. Then maybe your style might work out for you. But yeah, that guy was a gamer, man.
No, I mean, he's still game, you know, and he bleeds.
Yeah, fucking bleeds. One of the most impressive fights I've watched of him is whenever, I can't remember who he was fighting. I want to say it was Takanori Gomi, actually. I think it was Takanori Gomi. He was fighting him and beating the fuck out of him, and it got to the point where he just got up and started walking off before the ref even stopped it.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think it's Takanori Gomi. I don't remember who it was, but whoever it was, they stayed on the ground and didn't get up, and then that's when, I want to say Herb Dean as well, was the ref, stepped in and stopped it. But yeah, I just love Joe Lozon fights, man. I don't know. I mean, I know he's not like the best and like the most technical or anything like that, but I just love me some Joe Lozon fights. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm about it. Now, as far as like technique-wise, my favorite to watch, then you're gonna start looking at like top 10 people. You know,
Of course.
Like
yeah.
I love watching DC fights. I mean, there's so many. I always, whenever I started watching like UFC and everything and getting into MMA, I always had like my favorite fighter, you know, like BJ Penn or Vanderlei. Those were always my favorites growing up. But now that I've actually been like training and doing fights myself and watching a lot more like over the years, you know, I've been into MMA for like the past 8 years now. And, you just kind of appreciate all sorts of styles, man. Like, I appreciate the striking of Stephen Thompson, even though he's not the greatest on the ground. I still appreciate him as a fighter and love to watch him fight. I appreciate the ground game of Khabib, you know. He might not be the best striker in the world, but fucking A, if you don't love watching that guy maul someone.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I think it all just kind of depends. But, yeah, Joe Lozon's fights, they've always resonated with me. That guy goes for it. I've never seen that guy not go for it.
Yeah. Dude, how crazy is it that we're a part of a sport to where you can literally train with that caliber of a guy? Like, because, you know, and I think I heard this on another podcast, but it's like, you know, you can't, if you like playing street ball or basketball, you'll never meet Kobe and be like, oh, let's play right now. Kobe's like, yeah. You know, you can't go into any other sport and be like, oh, let's play, because they're going to be like, no, dude, like, I'm not.
Yeah, that's very true. You know?
But
I didn't think about that.
MMA, man, you could, like, if DC walks in today, there's a chance that in jiu-jitsu or something, you'll get the role.
Fuck, Khabib's walked in before.
Yeah.
Or Habib. I'm sorry, I keep saying Khabib. I know that
Habib.
Robin and Eugene are fucking cringing at this right now if you guys are listening. I'm sorry. No, yeah, Habib came in. And Henzo. Habib and Henzo came in to our gym one time and trained with us. Like, what? Yeah. Fucking knock it off. Get out of here.
So
what?
Like, it's...
Yeah, it's cool, man.
It's the only sport you can be a part of, but it's also, like, bittersweet in the sense of, like, you want to train with that guy to be like, oh, yeah, I've trained with that guy or girl. But then it's like, you're taking brain damage from training with that guy or girl.
If you're sparring, yeah.
If you're sparring,
luckily, when Habib was in here, we just rolled.
I would have... it's gonna sound really weird. I would love to roll with him and feel his power and see
It's unreal.
that high level of strength.
It's unreal, dude. It's unreal.
Of bear wrestling.
Bear wrestling. I saw a video popped up on my Facebook the other day and it said, meanwhile in Russia, there was this dude walking a baby bear down the street.
Yeah.
Like on the sidewalk. I'm like, that's what y'all do?
Dude,
Fucking out of control.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. No, I mean, I've never thought of it that way. That's never crossed my mind. But yeah, now that you're saying it, like, you couldn't go to the Oakland Raiders training facility and hang out with Marshawn Lynch. That's not happening.
They're not putting up pads on you and allowing you to run.
No,
there's so many crazy. But I mean, this is the one sport where, because they need bodies, you can go in anywhere and just train.
Well, plus you need like specific people too. So that's just like how Tyrone Woodley, whenever he was getting ready to fight Robbie Lawler, called up Zach and was like, "Hey, can you come help me train for this fight?" Because Zach was a 170 fighter at the time, and because he was a southpaw too, and he wanted to train with a southpaw, so he called Zach since Zach was close and was like, "Hey, can you come help me prepare for this fight?" You know what I mean? So it's just like. You got to find the right people, and sometimes the right people might not be in the UFC. Sometimes they are, whatever. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, there's so many levels to this game. By the way, because Zach's not here, is Tyron. I don't know who Tyrone is.
Did I say Tyrone?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, my bad. Whoops. Tyron.
Tyron Woodley.
Would he get pissed if I said Tyrone or something?
Yeah, he's corrected you multiple times because everyone does at the gym.
He's corrected me?
Yeah, he's corrected you. We've talked about Tyron fighting before.
He hasn't corrected me.
Yes,
I would
he
remember
has.
if he corrected me.
Yes, he has.
No, that didn't.
Because everyone calls him Tyrone. He always goes, "You mean Tyron?" Because I don't know who Tyrone is.
Yeah, no.
No, it's happened.
Whatever. All right, Tyrone Woodley, whatever.
But yeah, I mean...
Man, I'm from St. Louis. I'll call him whatever the fuck I want.
Nice. He's from St. Louis too.
No, he's from a way rougher area of St. Louis than I am. I can't even imagine.
Is he really?
Fuck yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? That dude grew up in East St. Louis.
Oh, I didn't know.
That dude was he was in the bottom of the barrel as far as rough areas go in St. Louis.
Damn.
Like, he was in the roughest spot you can be in. So, yeah, compared to, like, our living situations growing up in St. Louis, not even close.
Nice.
Not even remotely close. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Hard knock life, for sure.
Do you ever wish you had that type of life?
No. Fuck no. What? Why would you wish that?
I don't know. Some people do.
No, I would never wish that. One thing I am happy about, though, was like growing up in, and I might have said this on one of our past podcasts, growing up in the area of St. Louis that I did. Again, like, it's not like the roughest area in the world. Like,
right.
I'm sure a lot of people, as I'm saying St. Louis, are imagining like the city streets with motherfuckers that have barrels and fires in them. You know what I mean? Like that classic rough area ideal. It's not. It wasn't like that. I mean, it was older suburbs that just kind of went south is the area that I was in. And we, like I said, we were fortunate. We lived there for a long time, longer than we needed to. Like, we could have moved out well before, or like as it started getting bad, we could have moved out, but we stayed there. And I always asked my not my biological dad, but the guy that raised me, my dad, I asked him, why do we stay out there so long? And he was like, because I didn't want you guys to walk down the street and like be afraid of somebody just because of the way they looked. Oh. You know, whether it's a race thing, whether it's the way that they dress and act, whatever the case may be. He was like, I don't ever want you guys walking down the street and being intimidated by somebody just because you're unsure of who they are or what they're about. You know,
that's powerful.
Yeah, so I was like, that's extremely interesting.
Yeah,
extremely interesting.
Good on him.
Yeah. No, Mom didn't like that, though. Mom was like, let's get the fuck out of here. This is terrible.
Yeah, of course not.
Mom hated that shit. She hated fucking North County.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
I think I'm very excited, man. I feel, okay, so this is September 26th. I want everyone to know these podcasts are now starting to roll out the night of September 26th.
You're posting one tonight?
I'm posting one tonight. I'm posting the first episode.
Okay.
Even though it's not properly edited. I will put it out there because I want these to start getting out, and I don't want time to keep flying by.
Where we have all these episodes. So we came to the conclusion that we need to start posting these episodes fairly quickly because we're talking about a lot of current events whenever we're recording them. So, for example, the episode that Keith will be posting refers to the UFC Lincoln card that I went to and saw that. Obviously, that's well past now at this point. But, so yeah, we just want to start getting that stuff out. And then, I don't know what you think, but at some point, we'll start going live.
Yeah, we'll start going live. I want to get more comfortable with the audio and make sure the audio's at the right space. And,
and we won't go live every time. It'll just be like certain occasions. We'll probably do that like once a month. Once we feel comfortable going live, just once a month go live.
See, my issue with the first episode is I was a little too honest. And if a certain person listens to that fucking episode, I'm fucked at work. I talked about the whole D-Ray. That's the only thing right. And I was going to edit it out. Because later, I mean, it's a good story. And later in the episode, I think we really start like flowing, and it's very interesting to hear. The opening is okay. We're just starting out, but that D-Ray story could potentially like.
That could be bad.
It could be bad, because I lied. I lied to people at work.
Right.
On the podcast, I told the real story.
Yeah, you told the truth. The whole truth, to the manager, but the truth, so help me God.
Yeah, to the manager and to
the GM. Your peer. Yeah.
I legit lied.
Yeah, and they bought it?
Yeah, they bought
it. I thought they realized you were lying.
No. I mean, she found out later that they drank it.
Yeah.
But they don't know that I gave the okay on it.
Oh.
I played the role of
go ahead.
Of like, hey, like I had no
All right,
idea.
I want to say this about the situation cuz like I mean Keith did the edits on our podcast which just so you guys know, we decided that we're not going to be doing any more edits anymore unless it's like, for example, taking that phone out. That's the only time we'll be editing. Jesus Christ, that was right on fucking cue too.
I know.
Like I couldn't have timed that if I tried. Anyways, those will be the only minor edits that we're doing. We had an edit where like Zach came in and he was actually talking to us for a little bit, just bullshit.
Right.
We edited that out. We're not going to be doing those sort of edits anymore. We're just going to edit stuff out like the phone call and everything. But
to be fair, I edited out the Duran.
Oh yeah, coming into freestyle. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Either way, so I re-listened to it last night, and I actually heard you tell the story about the D-Ray Davis and everything. Yeah. Is it really that fucking big of a deal?
Not the whole story.
I guess it was just because whenever you were like, we need to replace this bottle, he was like, the GM was like, fuck that, we're not replacing that bottle. That's whenever it became a big deal.
Yeah, it became a big deal once we didn't replace it. And then, like, the servers shouldn't, like... Shouldn't be talking, but they also shouldn't be drinking.
Yeah, they're not allowed to drink?
No, fuck no. I mean, they're at work. And they shouldn't be, and normally we don't let it happen at all.
Do the bartenders drink at work? I've always wondered that. Like, aren't bartenders allowed to drink on the clock?
They do a couple of shots. They're not supposed to get drunk. And to be fair, the servers didn't get drunk off this bottle.
Okay, so hold on. I want to stop, because I've always wondered about this. So being a manager at, like, a bar/comedy club...
All right, so you were asking a question about being a bar manager. Well, I'm not the bar manager, but being a manager of a comedy club and a bar. And the bartenders.
Yeah. So at what point do you determine that they're drunk? So, quick side note too, you guys too. Our camera only records like 30 minutes at a time, so we have to take like little breaks. Again, we will be getting new equipment.
Yes.
And there will be no breaks in future episodes. So bear with us on that. Anyways, at what point do you determine that the bartender's too drunk? Like what? And two, if they are too drunk, how do you handle that situation?
Okay, so it's not. I mean, you'll know when they're drunk, when they're sloppy, because we've had bartenders in the past that are like, like. Is
there like a standard though? Like, if you see them drinking, you have to check in on them like every 30 minutes, be like, hey, you're not fucking up, right?
Man, I think legally you're not supposed to let anyone drink. And that's across the bars, but they do it because some guys come in and believe they have
they'll be like, oh, let me buy you a drink or whatever. And at the end of the day, they're just contributing money to the business. You're not going to deny their money.
Exactly, and it's all about sales. But I mean, personally, we don't allow it to happen that much anymore.
Yeah.
If at all, and the bartenders that we have are kind of straight edge.
I would imagine that would kind of cause problems for you guys too. Like if a guy's buying a bartender drinks and then, she doesn't want to go home with them at the end of the night.
Yeah, it's been. I mean,
by God, she has that right. Believe it or not, you fucking assholes out there.
I mean, that's more of a dive bar situation. That's more like a pure bar.
I guess that wouldn't really happen where you're at. For you guys that are out in Kansas City, he works over in the Zona Rosa area.
Yeah, Kansas City Improv and Draftcade, but it's not. It's never really been an issue, Mostly, and the girls are pretty smart, and they're normally in relationships. Like I don't know any bartenders like, and they normally tell guys like that's like the code of the bartenders especially for the females is like, they let the guys know like, hey, like I'm in a relationship, or they wear like a fake engagement ring.
Fake ring.
Unless the guy's like, I mean, I guess there's been a few cases where like a guy's been like a baller, and a girl's like, kind of has that inner.
Where she don't give a fuck.
She has that inner gold digger in her, and she's like, "Oh, wait, you're a what?
You have a partner?"
Yeah, I've seen that happen too. But majority of the time, especially our bartenders, they're normally, they may do one or two, but it's not. It's kind of like if we don't see it, we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't encourage it at all.
Okay.
We would never be like, hey, if a guy's coming in, and we don't care how low or high the sales are. We don't. Yeah. We would never encourage that.
So, have you had a bartender get, like, super drunk?
Yeah, especially when it was a different restaurant called Fat Fish Blue. Yeah, we had
What the fuck is a Fat Fish Blue?
It was just a name. It was a Cajun restaurant. But back in the day, yeah, we had a couple of bartenders that were fucking...
in Florida?
No, this is here in Kansas City. Okay. Yeah, they were sloppy drunk.
They would get sloppy drunk?
Fuck, yeah.
So what do you do about that?
You send them home.
Fucking drunk? They driving themselves?
No, we would Uber them home or get someone to drive them home, but you would fucking be like, hey, like you're done.
Yeah, but I mean, don't you like next time they come in and work, it'd be like, one, you're getting rid of, so if you get drunk again, you're fucking fired.
Yeah.
And
it was a different time back then. And we let a lot of shit go. I wasn't part of the management staff back then.
Oh, okay. So there's like people like doing blow on the bar and shit like that.
If you can
that
believe it.
That never happened. You never saw
that. If you can believe it.
Don't front with me.
If you could believe it.
Has that happened? Have you seen that?
If you believe it.
I don't know what that means, motherfucker.
I've seen some shit at that club.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
I've seen some shit at that club.
That's it. We'll talk details once that camera's off and once this microphone's not working.
As long as I fucking don't forget to stop recording, yeah, we'll definitely. But yeah, man. Well, it's we're at that hour mark.
Yeah, it's been roughly about an hour, something like that.
Yeah. So I want to say these episodes will be not all the episodes, but I might put 2 out in a week.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I might put 2.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, just kind of get it out because there's not much heavy editing. Especially now with the video. The audio, I can add like music in if you want to do all that cheesy shit. But for video,
if we had music in, it would just be for an intro. That's it.
Yeah,
an intro and an exit. That's it.
But I'm excited to put these out. And
like you said, we just came to that conclusion that we're pretty much not going to edit anything unless it's like the phone ringing in the back or we need to make a transition because our camera only records 30 minutes. But past that, 0 edits whatsoever. Everything will be unfiltered.
No,
all
definitely.
That good shit.
So
you should probably watch what you're saying, man. If it's something that'll get you in trouble at work.
It's such a good story, though. I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put it out.
I mean, because I talk about shit that's pretty close, but nothing that'll get me in trouble at work. Like
I don't think it'll get me.
Like that jail story, I was nervous telling that, but then I was like, that happened like 6 years ago, and they can't get me in trouble for that anymore.
See, I don't think it's just if she listens. Like, if no one else, like, anyone else can listen.
What are the chances of her listening?
She's supportive. So I can see her listening, especially if I...
Don't tell her.
I mean, I'm not going to, like, when I put the description out, I'm not going to tag D-Ray or anything, because then she'll know.
You fucking should. Be a savage.
Be
a savage. Be a savage. Tag his Instagram on it. Fuck you, D-Ray. I drank your shit. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Come to Kansas City?
What are you going to do?
Fuck off. Do it. You won't.
Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just...
Oh, you're stressed.
Maybe.
Oh, I want full credit for this if he tags D-Ray. Do it. Shit. Don't be a bitch.
Either way, I got to find different platforms. I got SoundCloud up, and I got to set up iTunes and set up
Google Podcasts.
And everything. So
we'll probably make a YouTube page too, because that's probably what we'll end up going live on once we feel comfortable going live. We'll go live once a month, and we'll just do that on YouTube.
That'd be cool. And then we'll do video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there we go. So I'll end it here. Thank you, and I look forward to the feedback.
See you guys until.